Now, in the last episode, I teased that we have signed a couple of superstars. Here we have a look at one of them, Sami Zayn. Yes, and he's going to main event his first match against Keith Lee, but Tommaso Ciampa is doing the run, and we are just 10 weeks away from WrestleMania. Can you believe it? By the way, thank you to all the support on this series so far. It's really helped the channel grow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Remember, WCW Rebuild, or kind of just MyGM mode, is coming out this weekend. So yeah, you're not going to want to miss it, but we have signed somebody else, Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae has joined, and Rhea Ripley is going to call her out in the first promo spot of the day. Now, the opening contest is Pete Dunne versus Kevin Owens. We haven't started a rivalry yet since Pete Dunne has returned, but I'm hoping that this one will spur one on, because Kevin Owens has one of the highest popularities in the game for us right now, and he is our current champion. It would be great for Pete Dunne to go into this match, or go into this rivalry, maybe even to Mania, as champion. Who knows? Then in the mid-card, we have Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, the Street Profits, going up against Robert Roode and Finn Balor. And for charity, Samoa Joe is doing the job for us there. So we have a couple of rivalries going right now. Let's take a look at some of the rosters so we can see those rivalries, just to give you a brief reminder of what has happened since. We have Tommaso Ciampa and Keith Lee. They're at a level 2 right now. Kaylee Ray and Toni Storm are at a level 3, so that's really good. We've got 5 weeks to try and build that up, and then we're obviously trying to build some more rivalries going forward into the next pay-per-view. In regards to the roster, obviously I mentioned I want to change around a few things. One of the things I might do is release a couple of superstars, one being Kyle O'Reilly, the other being Shawn Michaels. And to be honest, if the Finn Balor and Robert Roode tag match doesn't start anything, possibly Robert Roode as well. They're all getting call-ups, let's just say that. And then we can just focus on who we have left, maybe even do a role change or two if we need to. So we can go into WrestleMania with as many people as we possibly can on the roster being used, and all in rivalries. That would be my dream scenario right there. So let's book this stadium then. We're in the open top stadium, veteran crew, industry leading lights, 3D effects and pyro, and the viral campaign. By the way, if my throat sounds like I can barely talk, I was wrestling on camp shows yesterday, and you can watch me wrestle free on YouTube on Unit 10, Reach Wrestling's Unit 10 YouTube channel. The link for that will be at the top of the description. But yeah, camp shows, so much fun. So Pete Dunne, Kevin Owens, in a tables match, Kevin Owens wins. He is the champion, of course. Doesn't start a rivalry again. I'm going to have to do a call out. Rhea Ripley and Candice LeRae, excellent promo, new rivalry. Candice LeRae coming in with a new rivalry. Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, Robert Roode, Finn Balor. Like I mentioned, this is his last chat. If he gets into a rivalry, no, Robert Roode could be out the door. Samoa Joe, he's doing a promo for charity. It's an excellent promo as well. Just trying to keep him relevant, I guess. Keep him on screen. And then Sami Zayn on his debut. Sami was a focal point of NXT when it was coming into its prime, I think. When he debuted and had that feud with Kevin Owens. Absolutely amazing. One of the most loved superstars. And I know, like I said, what he's basically done on the main roster is probably more than what he has done on NXT. I don't know. Sami Zayn, I just felt like I had to bring him in. But Tommaso Ciampa is going to do the run-in here on Keith Lee. So does that take it to a level 3? It does. Nice. And it's a great match as well. And Keith Lee still wins. So even on Sami Zayn's debut. This is what they're running, though. Their main event is Becky Lynch and Tamina. That ain't going to blow any houses down, is it? But they absolutely smashed us in the opener and the main event. What are they doing? They did a normal tag match and they got a 4-star for that. And then a normal title match and they got a 4-star. It's very bizarre. We lost 31,000 fans. Gained $300,000 though. Still ranked number 1. They only lost 24,000. Gained quite a lot of money though. So yeah, they are closing in on us ever so slightly, but we should be absolutely fine. Okay, our roster's getting a little bit too big, so let's say goodbye to Robert Roode. And to be honest, I think we should also say goodbye to Kyle O'Reilly. We haven't used him for a while either. He had a good stint here. Why are we unable to... We can only release one at 1 week at a time. Well, that's fine. Shawn Michaels' contract is going to run out in 3 weeks' time. His popularity's dipped so much now. But, hey, that's what happens. Let's look at the show that we have booked for today. Now, our opening contest is Rhea Ripley versus Candice LeRae after Candice's, being signed by NXT and Rhea Ripley calling her out. So we're going to see that today in the opener. Then, Kevin Owens is then going to call out Pete Dunne after their match last week. Kevin Owens, of course, the champion. Mid-card is Pete Dunne and Finn Balor versus Riddle and Kashida. Now, I'm thinking, to be honest, that if Kevin Owens and Pete Dunne, if that does start a rivalry, then great. If this one also starts a rivalry, then I'm absolutely fine with it. If, to be fair, if it is, it is. Then, Johnny Gargano, he's going to do a road change from a heel to a face. And I have plans for him. I think we can put him against Sami Zayn, possibly even for the next 2 pay-per-views, for WrestleMania, like a grudge match. I think that'd be great. Match that maybe we've never seen before. And then in the main event, Dakota Kai versus Toni Storm. It's a title match, but Kaylee Ray, who has a rivalry with Toni Storm, of course, is going to do a run-in. I'm kind of hoping that Toni Storm still wins the belt, because then it takes it off Dakota Kai. Toni Storm has a higher popularity. She's in a rivalry right now. Kaylee Ray can potentially have a match with her at the next pay-per-view, which, well, she will, but this time it could be for the title. So let's see. Candice LeRae's debut then. Can she pick up the victory at a tables match against Rhea Ripley? No. Rhea Ripley is the winner. It's just a mediocre match, but it's a level 2 rivalry. That was only tables match as well, so wow. Yikes. Excellent promo, and it's a new rivalry. Pete Dunne finds himself in a rivalry. Good. Finn Balor versus Pete Dunne. Kashida and Riddle picks up the victory. It's a good match too. Didn't see that coming. Johnny Gargano should be a good promo, at least it is. He is now a babyface. Dakota Kai versus Toni Storm, with Kaylee Ray doing the run-in. Maybe I should have made this like an Extreme Rules match or something. But Dakota Kai still wins. Toni Storm's got injured. Really? Oh my gosh, she didn't even have low stamina. They're not even... Whoa, they don't have a lot of... They do not have a lot of people there. How have they done that in the main event? How have they rescued it? It's an Extreme Rules match. Oh, that's so frustrating how they rescued that. Oh my god, we lost 55,000 fans. We're still number 1. They only lost 45,000, but yikes, that is... Okay, they're still got Irish champions, by the way. Right, so we open the next week with a tag team match. Now, Kevin Owens came to me and he wants to be tagged up with Johnny Gargano. So just to appease them, I've decided to put him in a tag team match against Finn Balor and Pete Dunne. And then we still got a load of time to carry on with other rivalries. Call out Kaylee Ray and Toni Storm. So Kaylee Ray is going to call out Toni Storm, who was obviously injured for a while. Hopefully we can get that to level 4 and I can buy an injury card. I don't think I can buy one at the minute. Oh, I can buy one. Let's do that and add it to Toni Storm. She's still going to be injured for the time being, but still, we'll have to put up with that. Then in the mid-card, Kashida wants a match. She hasn't had one for a while, so I'm going to put him up against Samoa Joe. Specialist versus fighter. Doesn't mean anything. That's the reason why it's in the middle. Then Rhea Ripley's going to call out Candice LeRae. And finally, the main event. Again, Keith Lee's going to go up against Sami Zayn. They match up really well, but Tommaso Ciampa, yet again, is going to do a run-in on Keith Lee. So, I think we should be putting on a decent card here. I'm at the point where I'm like, a lot of our rivalries, I don't know whether we're going to end them in time for the next pay-per-view or whether we're going to have to draw them out for WrestleMania. But we'll see, I guess, after these next couple of weeks. Johnny Gargano, Kevin Owens, they win. It's a legendary match. Wow. Didn't see that coming. Random 5-star match. Happy with that. Kashida, Samoa Joe. I didn't even see what the call-out did. Probably did nothing. We didn't even have a new rivalry there, so that's fine. Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae. That is a new rivalry. Well, a rivalry grows to level 3. It's an okay promo. And then Keith Lee, Sami Zayn, but with the Tommaso Ciampa run-in. And Keith Lee is the winner. It's a great match too, and it's a level 4 rivalry. At least then we'll have a good level 4 rivalry to pay off the main event. Yet again, they're not running any tag teams. Let's just simulate. Hopefully, we should have beaten them. I mean, what? A tables match between Io Shirai and Raquel Gonzalez got a 5-star as well. I really thought, oh, good, we should be winning that, but it's so even there. It's unbelievable. We only lost 23,000 there. We gained quite a lot of money. Still no more because they lost 21,000 fans. So they are gaining on us. just nowhere near a significant amount to actually catch us. Week 44, then we've got a couple of injuries still. Toni Storm and Tommaso Ciampa both out. So we've got a bit of a weird card, I guess. Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins versus Kyle O'Reilly and Samoa Joe. Originally, I was going to get rid of Kyle O'Reilly, but maybe we'll have to use him here. Then we got Pete Dunne calling out Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens has low stamina right now, so give him a rest this week. Then we have a mid-card match, Kaylee Ray, Shayna Basler. Obviously, Kaylee Ray's waiting for Toni Storm. We're going to give her a match now, a tables match, and give Shayna a match because she hasn't had one for a while. Candice LeRae is going to do a self-promo. Her popularity is only at 50, so we need to give her something before she has a match against Rhea Ripley at the next pay-per-view. And then Kashida versus Sami Zayn. Specialist versus Cruiser. It's an Extreme Rules match. I'm actually kind of hoping it starts something because then we can use it in the next 2 pay-per-views at the very least. Tag team match to start us off then. Who picks up the victory? It is the Street Profits. Good match too, no rivalry. Pete Dunne, Kevin Owens. It's a good one. Excellent promo, in fact. Well done, Pete Dunne. All the way to level 2 now. That was a good move from me there. Kaylee Ray, Shayna Basler. They're both good at tables matches, so I'm expecting this to be an okay match. And they've matched up quite well. Good match as well. All right, okay. Off to an okay start. Candice LeRae doing a self-promo. Only +2. Then in the main event, Kashida and Sami Zayn. Extreme Rules. Hopefully one of them's good at Extreme Rules. That would be the best thing. Kashida wins. Again, it's only a good match. So, 3 stars across the board there. They are running a tag team, which I'm guessing was going to get quite a lot. They got a 4-star and a 4-star main. Oh, come off it. I don't know how they're doing it. I really don't. We've lost 31,000. They've lost 21,000. So again, they keep gaining on us. It's Fastlane. We have just signed as well 2 brand new superstars. They're not on today's card, so we'll save it for next week. Now, their opening contest is a title match, and it is Pete Dunne versus Kevin Owens. Oh, yes. Tables match as well, level 2 rivalry, so that might actually continue. Call out Sami Zayn and Kashida. It hasn't started rivalry yet. No, it hasn't. So we will see if it does. Then the mid-card, Toni Storm and Kaylee Ray. Toni Storm just come back from injury, but I think she should be okay for this tables match. Then we got a self-promo of Matt Riddle, keeping himself relevant. He hasn't been around for a while, so his popularity's dropped a little bit. Candice LeRae and Rhea Ripley, it's a level 3. Let's see if we can end that today. Then Johnny Gargano doing the charity work. Main event, Tommaso Ciampa versus Keith Lee in a Hell in a Cell. So only level 4 rivalry that we have going on right now. We're in the Fastlane Arena veteran crew. 3D and Pyro and advertising superstar signings. Will we have a new NXT champion then? Will it be Pete Dunne? It is! Pete Dunne is the new champion. This close to WrestleMania as well. And it's a level 3. Right, okay. Sami Zayn calling out Kashida. Excellent. Level 1. Toni Storm and Kaylee Ray. It's a tables match. Toni Storm wins. Actually, this might be a level 4 too. Rivalry complete. There we go. An amazing match. Self-promo by Matt Riddle. Excellent promo as well. +6 popularity. I need to use him for WrestleMania. Candice LeRae and Rhea Ripley in a tables match. Let's see what this one does. Rhea Ripley wins. Wow, great. And rivalry complete. Very quick rivalry, that one. Johnny Gargano for charity. Excellent. 5,000 fans. Thank you very much, Johnny. And then Tommaso Ciampa versus Keith Lee in Hell in a Cell. Just got to hope Tommaso doesn't get himself injured from this. He does win. Legendary match. Rivalry complete. You absolutely love to see it. Okay, we'll go through this one by one and see what they are putting on. T-Bar, Kira Tozawa, Dex Loomis, Jordan Devlin. They win as well. Classic, rivalry complete. Self-promo by Tamina. Weak promo. Ooh. Gonzalez and Io Shirai in a TLC match. They're usually quite good at these. They match them up all the bloody time. It's a classic match, rivalry complete. Tyler Bate, Alexander Wolf. Call out. Excellent call out. But I think that rivalry's on a cooldown and they're still doing it. Jinder Mahal and Trent Seven. Tables match. Trent Seven wins. Mediocre match is a brand new rivalry. Becky Lynch there doing a charity work. She gains 5,000. And then Mace versus Rey Mysterio in their main event. Yeah, it's really underwhelming, isn't it? Mace wins as well in an Extreme Rules match. It's a classic and it's a rivalry complete. Unbelievable stuff. So they beat us in the opener, but we beat them in the main and the mid-card. Actually, they beat us in the second mid-card, but I think we smashed them enough in the mid-card to mean that we actually win overall. We gained 131,000 fans. That's good. Didn't gain that much money. We're still ranked number 1. They gained 179,000. They are ranked number 2. Oh my god, we're only beating them by 2. We could actually lose this going into WrestleMania. Okay, I'm a little bit worried. We're in week 46. We're trying. Okay, so we've got an opening. We've got no tag team matches because stamina issues, role change issues, etc. So our opener is Dakota Kai versus Shayna Basler. It's for the title. I need to get these women into a rivalry, I guess, so that we can actually have a title match at WrestleMania. We also have Gargano calling out Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa came to me and said, put me in a match with Johnny Gargano. You only have 11 for stamina, so it might just be the case that Johnny has got to carry this a little bit without Ciampa being involved much. Then, mid-card, we have Rhea Ripley versus new signing Peyton Royce. Now, I haven't just signed Peyton Royce. I might have signed somebody else to tag team up with her, but I'll let you take some guesses before you see it. Now, the role change is going to be Toni Storm. Once she is a babyface, she can then team up with Rhea Ripley to go up against Peyton Royce and said team member. Then in the main event, it's Sami Zayn versus Kashida in an Extreme Rules match. It's a level 1 rivalry that hopefully will be a WrestleMania match. People like Keith Lee and stuff, I've got a feeling I won't be able to get into a rivalry before Mania. We obviously have the Pete Dunne and Kevin Owens one still going on for the for the championship. So that to me looks like it will be 4 or 5 rivalries there. So that should be how we are at WrestleMania. I've just got to hope that they don't put on a better pay-per-view than us like they did last time and gain any more fans because they are so close behind us right now. We can't really afford any slip-ups. That being said, we might go behind them today. Dakota Kai and Shayna Basler. Shayna Basler wins. She's the new champion. It's a great match, though. That's a good start. Didn't start a rivalry. What? Ah, damn. So Johnny Gargano's calling out Ciampa. Excellent promo. New rivalry. Let's go. Rhea Ripley and Peyton Royce. Tables match. It wouldn't be the worst thing if this doesn't start a rivalry because I prefer the tag team rivalry anyway. But it is a new rivalry, so maybe we'll just take note of that. Toni Storm doing a face change. It's a good promo as well. That's decent. And then the main event, Sami Zayn versus Kashida. It's an Extreme Rules match. And Sami Zayn wins. Good match, level 2 rivalry. Thank you very much, gentlemen. What have we got? What are we going up against? We're going up against a title match between Devlin and Mace in the opener. Right, okay. And then a Hell in a Cell between Cena and Akira Tozawa. That's so annoying. Mace retains. Oh no, Mace wins, didn't he? I can't remember who was winning. Cannot remember. But there we go. Becky Lynch and Tamina. Tables match. Becky Lynch wins. Great match. How? How was that a great match? Trent Seven. Okay. And then Cena versus Tozawa in a Hell in a Cell. They're really going for us, aren't they? We might have to start putting on some Hell in a Cells. Right, okay. So they beat us in the opener and the mid-card, but we drew the main. How many fans we lose? 36,000. We're still ranked number 1. They lost 38,000. Oh, let's go. I don't know how, but they did. Right, week 47, and we're about 3 weeks away from WrestleMania. We have that tag match that I alluded to earlier. Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm versus Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. I absolutely love them as a tag team. I really do think WWE, massive missed opportunity releasing them. I really do. I think they were absolute money. They were so funny. But yeah, big mistake there. But I also think Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm, that's a nice little tag team there. That was a NXT UK women's rivalry for the very beginning. And obviously Rhea Ripley won that. Well, she won the belt, didn't she? I can't remember whether Toni Storm defeated her after for the belt or not. Then we have Sami Zayn calling out Kashida, trying to take that to a level 3 at the very least. Mid-card match, we have Pete Dunne versus Riddle. But Kevin Owens is going to do the run-in. I want to make sure I keep giving Riddle matches, although he doesn't have a rivalry. I feel quite bad. I couldn't really set anything up. I guess I could have, but no, with nobody's like substantial. It might be Samoa Joe, but I think we might actually have too many people. But we do have a new wrestler. You might have seen him already. Keith Lee is calling out Cameron Grimes. I like Cameron Grimes. So he is new. We've just signed him. Let's see if Keith Lee can have a match, because Keith Lee is one of our highest popularity superstars. Let's try and get him a WrestleMania match. Main event is Samoa Joe versus Johnny Gargano in a TLC match, but Tommaso Ciampa returns, and he is going to run in on that match. Okay, we're running the big open stadium. Let's book this show. Tag team opener then. Put on a classic for us, ladies. Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm win. New rivalry as well, and it's a great match. Tables match. There we go. Sami Zayn Kashida takes it to a level 3. Fantastic. Pete Dunne versus Riddle with a Kevin Owens run-in. Pete Dunne, of course, our champion. Riddle wins. He has pinned the champion. Amazing match. Didn't see that happening. Keith Lee calling out Cameron Grimes. It's a new rivalry. Thank you. And Samoa Joe versus Johnny Gargano with Tommaso Ciampa running. It's a TLC match as well. No Hell in a Cells just yet. And it's a great match. Doesn't do anything for the rivalry, which that's a little bit weird. Okay, opener then. I tell you what, I'm just going to simulate this show. They got another Hell in a Cell in there. Like, what are you doing to us? We still beat them. Shove your Hell in a Cell up in your ass. Alexander Wolf and Dexter Lumis, for some reason, battled out in Hell in a Cell. So there we go. What do we got? Minus 34. We're still ranked number 1. We got a health spa as well, should we need it. They are minus 39,000. So, yeah, skin of our teeth a little bit. 9,000 fans more than what they have. We're going to run the tag team opener yet again. Peyton Royce, Billie Kay, Toni Storm, Rhea Ripley. We've got to be aware of Toni Storm's stamina, however. Then we got a call out between Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa's down at a level 7 right now. I also think he's injured, possibly. No, I don't think he is. Just really low stamina. Then we got Keith Lee versus Cameron Grimes after being called out last week. Let's have a match. Why not? In Hell in a Cell. 2 could play that game. Call out Pete Dunne versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens' stamina is low, so we're going to try and take that to a level 4 rivalry and then just give him a little bit of time off so he can recover for that WrestleMania match. And then Sami Zayn versus Kashida. It's an Extreme Rules match in the main event. I'm hoping we can find a specialty match between these two out of Extreme Rules. I think I've tried tables so far, and it takes it to a level 4, so we know what we're doing at WrestleMania. Right, I'd like to see Kay and Royce getting a victory here. That would be great. No, handed another L. It's a good match, though, and a level 2 rivalry, which obviously that's fantastic. We can get that to level 3. That'd be fantastic for WrestleMania. Level 4 will be perfect, of course. Ciampa, though, excellent promo. Takes it to a level 2, even though Ciampa's not on the card. Keith Lee, Cameron Grimes. Hell in a Cell. Keith Lee wins. A great match. Well, who'd have thought? Pete Dunne and Kevin Owens. It's a good promo. Level 4. There we go. Now we can really rest Owens for a little bit. Sami Zayn and Kashida in Extreme Rules. Kashida wins. Do something for the rivalry. Yes, level 4. So we've got at least 2 level 4s going into WrestleMania. That's things that we like to see. And then we can obviously get some level 3s at the very least. And we should have a very decent Mania. We stuffed them in the mid-card, obviously, with our Hell in a Cell. That's shown them. Even though they had John Cena and Akira Tozawa, they only put on a 2-star match. Mental. We lost 28,000 fans. They lost 37,000. Oh, they've thrown it away more than what we're throwing it away. They gained $452,000 of that. They have $8 million. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ludicrous amount of money. Look, there's no way you're running a Hell in a Cell the week before WrestleMania. You're damn right I am. In the main event, it is Shayna Baszler versus Kaylee Ray for the title in a Hell in a Cell. Neither ladies are doing anything right now. We just have the title just on Baszler for no reason. Bad management, I think you can say. Yeah. In the opener, though, we're going to go with this tag team match. Again, I've given Toni Storm that pre-match physio thing, so she hopefully shouldn't get injured before WrestleMania. Then we have Tommaso Ciampa this time calling out Johnny Gargano. He's also really annoyed me because he asked for a match with Johnny Gargano. I haven't done that yet. All I've done is call-outs because of Ciampa's injuries, but still, there we go. Then it's Riddle versus Cameron Grimes, but with Keith Lee doing a run-in. We've got 1 week before WrestleMania, so we need to have that do something at least for Keith Lee and Cameron Grimes. Then it's a self-promo. Kevin Owens talking about himself. He's got a match against Pete Dunne for the title next week. So he's in the ring talking about it. And then, of course, that's our main event. All I ask is this goes to a level 3. That would be great. So let's see it. Ripley and Toni Storm win again. It is a level 3 rivalry. It's an amazing match too. So that will be a good pay-per-view match. Ciampa and Gargano take it to level 3. There we go. We have a few rivalries being complete there at WrestleMania. Riddle and Cameron Grimes. I'm hoping we're going to have 5. Cameron Grimes is the winner. Mediocre match. Does nothing for his rivalry with Keith Lee. Excellent promo by Kevin Owens. +4. And then Shayna Baszler, Kaylee Ray. Hell in a Cell. Shayna Baszler retains her title. It's a great match. It's a new rivalry. We will never see it. So how did they do? 2.5, 2.5, and a 3. We actually did better. This is what they actually played out. I think they're struggling as much as what we are. I think fitness really does take a toll, and maybe you kind of have to plan for WrestleMania a little bit better than what I have, and I think they've also made the same mistake. We lost 33,000 fans. We got pretty much physio there. It's pointless now having that. They lost 34,000 fans. Oh, but it's so tight going into WrestleMania. We're about 20,000, 19,000 fans, 18 if you consider that they're 900 there. 18,000 fans going into WrestleMania, more than what they have, and that's so easy to overcome. So it's all to play for going into this final week. It's never been closer in a WrestleMania when we've actually got to WrestleMania. Of course, usually we just do the 15 weeks. This has been the full 50 weeks, and it's never been closer. Well, we're finally here. It's WrestleMania week number 50. It's Buffalo, New York as well. Okay, so it's Sami Zayn versus Kashida in the opener, and it's a TLC match. We actually have quite a wide variety of different matches tonight. TLC being the opener. This is a level 4 rivalry, of course. Sami Zayn, quite new in to the roster, getting himself a big WrestleMania match in the opener. Keith Lee's doing charity. Yeah, he had a rivalry with Cameron Grimes. It only lasted to a level 1. I've given chances time and time again, never really paid off. So, Keith Lee, Riddle, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, 4 staple points of our roster this whole campaign of 50 weeks, and they're only on charity work. Bad planning, I guess you could say, but poor stamina at certain points after their rivalries are finished meant that they don't get a WrestleMania match. People who do, though. Rhea Ripley, Toni Storm, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, they get their WrestleMania matches, a tables match too. Then we have Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. Huge match. There's a TLC match as well. They're both good at TLC matches. Interesting. Then Shayna Baszler and Kaylee Ray, they're in a tables match. Both of them are good at that as well. For the Women's Championship. Then we have Finn Balor, obviously on the charity. And then main event, Pete Dunne, Kevin Owens, Hell in a Cell for the title. The opener then, Sami Zayn and Kashida. It's a TLC match. Let's see how this one does. They give us a double cost, by the way. It doesn't matter. Classic rivalry complete. Bit gutted that wasn't a 5-star. Never mind. Keith Lee, excellent promo. Thank you very much. Toni Storm, Rhea Ripley, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce. Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm win. Amazing match. I'm pretty sure they've won every single one out of those in that rivalry. Riddle for charity. Excellent. Thank you. Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. Who's going to win this one? Johnny Gargano? Yes. Gargano wins. And it's a classic rivalry complete. Samoa Joe for charity. Excellent. Mid-card. Who is going to end this NXT rebuild? The Women's Champion. It's Kaylee Ray. Ooh, great match too. Now, if Pete Dunne wins, we'll have 2 British champions finishing out on NXT. Finn Balor, thank you very much. So, Pete Dunne, Kevin Owens. How does it end? It ends with Pete Dunne as the champion. The prodigal son has returned. It's a legendary match. Rivalry complete. We have 2 British champions at WrestleMania. Hell in a Cell match as well. Oh, let's have a look. What are they doing? They've got 2, 3, 4 Hell in a Cell matches. They are really going for it, aren't they? Oh, dear. That's scary. That is scary. Classic. Oh, should we have just gone all in and gone Hell in a Cell all over the place? No, it's bad. You shouldn't really be doing that. It's cheating. It's unrealistic to have so many Hell in a Cell matches, but it could cost us here. Okay, TLC. It's weighing up stamina. Stamina's been a nightmare. T-Bar wins that one. amazing. Self-promo of Trent Seven means nothing. Akira Tozawa and Hell in a Cell with John Cena. John Cena wins. It's a new rivalry as well. Weird. Jinder Mahal calling it. Why didn't they use that? It's so bizarre. Alexander Wolf, Dexter Lumis. What? That's their main event. Alexander Wolf wins in a classic. Wolf beats Lumis on Monday Night Raw's Hell in a Cell WrestleMania match. Oh dear. Surely we win. I think we do. Yeah, we're better than them in 3 different matches. They're only better than us in 1. But it's all down to fans at the end of the day. Who kept the most fans? Sami Zayn is a natural at TLC. It's nice that we finally found that. We gained 334,000 fans. We've won that, surely. Yes, get in! They only gained 248,000. So as much as it was really close up until the end, we defeated Adam Pearce on Raw. And we go on and win. NXT are your champions in this rebuild. Yeah, there we have it. Stephanie McMahon looking at Shane McMahon for some reason. But this is the graph. This is the graph. It kind of got close at certain points. They overtook us, remember, in episode 2. But we started off very well. Well, there was a long time where they actually were on top. We didn't start that well. In the middle part, we were decent, but when they overtook us, I did get slightly worried. And the further and further along we got, it was almost like this is getting way too close for comfort. And even towards WrestleMania, that final week, it was neck and neck. I remember there was only like 40-odd fans in between it within like week 45. So, yeah, we've done so well. Their budget, by the way, is outstanding, but that's not what is important. What is important is how well we have done. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. Remember, press that subscribe button if you haven't done so, because the WCW MyGM series will be out tomorrow or Sunday. Haven't decided when it comes out yet, or depends on when I can record it and edit it. But yeah, I really do appreciate you being on this journey with me. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.